Okay, this is a milestone, people. We have finally reached the halfway point of me reviewing these Bond movies in the collection. Sort of, I still have like one that's outside of the collection. Two, three, two. Spectre, Never Never Again, two. Plus these. Halfway through the 25th collection. We'll say that. Or 50 collection. What? Halfway through the Bond 50 collection. So, cheers. And we have For Your Eyes Only, which brings Roger Moore back as 007 James Bond for his fifth outing as the character. And so this film is about Bond trying to stop a smuggler who has some kind of device that he's going to sell or give to a Russian general. And there's he murdered the main Bond girl's parents, not Bond, the bad guy. And so she's out for revenge, so that's why she's in here with magical hair that really never gets put except for when it doesn't make any sense. We'll get to that, possibly, if I remember. In a sort of, double turnaround kind of thing where you would think the villain's one person, it's filled. No, it's actually the person that sent you to me, that sort of thing. Yeah. So this film actually starts off with a scene where James Bond goes to his wife's grave. We see Tracy's grave for the first time in the series. Many films afterwards, because back in 67? Is that when Majesties came out? And this is over 10 years later. This is 1981. So this is a while. But, yeah. And, hold on. Okay. Just making sure. And, yeah, and then we go straight into a scene where Bond kills Blofeld. Well, sorta. You see, he's credited as bald man in wheelchair because they couldn't use Blofeld because of good old Kevin McClory. That bastard. Who owned the rights to Thunderball and everything to do with Spectre, including Blofeld. So we have a bald guy in a wheelchair, dealt over by someone else, yelling up Mr. Bond, and he's dropped into like a chimney stack and he dies. Because he's trying to control the helicopter that Bond is in.
Sorry, it just fed.
And Bond gets control back and then hooks his wheelchair. Which, why doesn't he follow the wheelchair when he gets him? I don't know. And then he drops him into the thing. And so Blofeld's dead, even though he can't call him Blofeld, but he's dead. And that, it would mean, God, I should take a spill on my crotch. It would mean more if they could call him Blofeld, and if this didn't happen over 10 years. Stop spilling on the floor! Over 10 years after the film. Had they done this in Diamonds Are Forever, it would have worked better, but this is so far past. So we got our main plot now. M is not there because, sadly, the actor, Bernard Lee, passed away before they could film his scenes, and he was unable to be there. So they didn't replace him yet out of respect for the actor, but you do have the character of Bill Tanner here, known as the Secretary of Defense, I think, and then the British guy that's there. Then you have the Russian Minister of Defense, I think is what it is, or the Russian guy who wants and I think the main thing that they want to maintain is that they don't want the Russians to be bad guys. He wants this device, the ATAC, from the bad guy of this film, is another forgettable bad guy. Don't remember his name, actually. No, can't remember it. He's a bad guy. He's got a mustache. No, he's got a beard. The good guy has the mustache. The good Luigi. No, Luigi's the other guy. The Israeli guy. What's his name? Topol. No, that's the actor's name. See how much I pay attention to names. But he's the... Okay, this guy is originally told to Bond to be the bad guy by the actual bad guy. So there's all that. And then, our main Bond woman... you expect me to remember her name? Lily, I don't know. But she's, out for revenge. And then you have this secondary Bond girl, sort of, named BB. And it sucks she's the name I remember because she is the most useless character in this film. Despite being like a year and a month younger than the actress who played the main Bond girl, she looks way younger than that. And she, compared to Roger Moore, who was almost maybe over 50 with this, yeah. There's even a scene where Bond goes into his hotel room and BB is just naked in the bed waiting for him. And a very un-Bond-like thing, but a very respectful thing, he says no and gives her clothes and shoves her off. Because he's got other more age-appropriate Bond girls to bang, question mark. With like the Countess, who ends up dead. And I was confused at first, because I don't know. She was sent by the mustache guy, whose name I can't remember, to keep an eye on him. And they were so going forward with this mustache guy being the villain that when the henchmen showed up, I'm like, wait, why were they supposed to get information from him? And I remembered he's not the bad guy, you idiot. It's the other guy. So that's why she dies. But it's just so stupid. Let's talk about the underwater scenes in this film, because there are some underwater scenes in this film, and they're more entertaining than the Thunderball. Like when this Robo-Crab, I call it, gets, like, bops someone on the head, and the buoyancy makes him just go backwards. It's really weird. The buoyancy. And then, like, they push this, I don't know if it's like some kind of metal box thing on Bond, and I'm yelling at the TV, you idiot. It's underwater. It's easy to push up. Water makes things lighter. Push it up. He does. But my big complaint is they're underwater. Yes, they're wearing like scuba gear, but their hair is not wet. At this point, though, at some point, they wear these one things. Their hair is not wet. And the main girl, she has her hair in a ponytail. But then the next time we see her hair is not in a ponytail and it's wet. But Bond's hair is dry. Does that make any sense to you? I know it's a movie, shut up, but it still doesn't make any sense. Her hair is wet, Bond's hair is perfectly coiffed to the side. Doesn't make any sense. Better underwater scenes than Thunderball, though. I kind of like these better. But, yeah. There's a scene where Bond there's this car, and he gets like on the edge of a cliff, and it reminds me of the scene from Commando, where Arnold hangs Sully over the top, and he goes, "Remember, Sully, when I told you I was going to kill you last?" That's right, I did. I lied. Bond doesn't say any quips with this. He throws a little thing in, which he thinks is going to be enough to tip it over, then he just kicks it over, and the guy is dead. By the way, there's a part where Bond is climbing up the cliff, and he's fighting his henchman, and he kills the henchman by knocking him down, and his allies run into him. The main lady's going, "James!" And I'm like, does that even look like James Bond to you? Even from behind, his face is face down, but he has dyed in the same hair. This guy had a mop top. He was wearing completely different clothes. I mean, come on. Common sense, lady. I mean, jeez. But ultimately, you know, I guess I don't get why people don't like Roger Moore's run as James Bond. This was fine. It's not as good as the previous four. Even Moonraker was entertaining. The villain, forgettable. Henchman, also forgettable. I can't remember the names of any other characters except for James Bond and the main James Bond people like Moneypenny or Q, who doesn't have a very good, Q scene here, but and Bill Tanner, but like, I don't know. But then again, it's probably not movie's fault I forget names. I'm just an idiot. So, I don't know. But, yeah, it was fine. I think I'm starting to see the decline of these, although I hear Octopussy's one of the better ones. I thought it was the one with the circus, but is that Octopussy or is that Review to Go? I don't think it's Review to Octopussy. I don't know, but I know we're crouching closer to more Kevin McClory bullshit with Never Say Never Again coming out the same year as Octopussy. I believe that's the next one. I think so. Also, I gotta point this out. 3 movies in a row that start off with a cool action sequence followed by a slow-ass, boring song to open the film. Stop it. Just stop it. Bad movie. Don't give me a side for what's gonna happen and then follow up with a slow song. It's like, yeah, I'm ready, let's go, and then oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm watching a movie. Don't. It doesn't work. For Your Eyes Only, it could work with a slower song because the name and the Spy Who Loved Me, but Moonraker, that one really disappointed me because it should have had more oomph, being a movie that goes into space and the name, but still, 3 movies in a row with a slow song to start off the movie. If Octopussy has a slow song, I'm going to put my eye out. I would do the next review with one eyeball, little thing in front of my eye. I swear. Those of you who have seen Octopussy and know how it begins, you're either laughing at me or you're saying, don't worry. Most likely laughing. But, yeah, this one was fine. This is probably the most meh of Roger Moore's movies, but it's still entertaining in parts. Look at those action scenes and shootouts and stuff like that. What happened to Felix Leiter? Are we ever going to see him again? I don't know. But, yeah, so what are your thoughts on For Your Eyes Only? I almost said Octopussy, but no, For Your Eyes Only. That's the name. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.